Meteorologist Dean Davison. The Weather Pros, liveweatherblogs.com. Time for a tropical update. Erika on 26th of August 2015. Take a look at a track. These company graphics are from Weather Underground. Source to them. Take a look at the 5-day track. You can see this is a tropical storm. Comes for the Leeward Islands, then towards Puerto Rico, misses the Dominican Republic, goes to the Bahamas, and then will be off the Florida coast by Sunday. This is actually not a good sign. When it gets past this line right here, and I'm going to point this out, it's called the 75 benchmark. When you're inside there, it's very difficult not to get a landfall. So it's something we have to keep an eye on. Computer models, the majority of them will pull that right over near Florida. There's this one computer model, UK Met. I'm not bringing much into that unless we start seeing a whole lot of change there. That turns it, but other than that, the majority of the other ones, GFS, GFDL, H-Wharf, all going towards Florida, maybe making a turn towards the Carolinas. We move into the ensemble models, and you can see a majority of these take it near Florida before it scatters out a little bit, and that would. This is less likely than something closer to the coastline. So it's still up in the air, but it's getting models have been getting more of a consensus that it's going to go towards the Florida area before it, if it is going to be turn does that. This is the system right now, not very strong, but it's expected to get stronger. This is Erika, 40 mile an hour winds with gusts up to 60. It's projected to move in this direction. It will become bigger, which will also help it withstand any kind of issues it may come across. Here's your intensity forecast. After 48 hours, this thing blows up into a hurricane. So, and why would that be? You have the tropical system here, a little bit of dry air right now, but once it gets into here, it's much more moist, and the shear is it's going to actually let up. So it's not a good sign if you don't want a hurricane. If you want a hurricane, it's going to get more as it gets better, and we get a couple more model guidances here for more models, and this consensus would put it beyond the 75 benchmark. So anywhere from Florida along the East Coast, you need to keep your head up, especially Florida right now to Virginia, I would say. As we get more data in, we will continue to update this. This is your H-Wharf. This is for the coast of Florida. This is right along Sunday. This nice hurricane here. 950 millibars, pretty strong hurricane. If it would ride north, it would come towards Carolinas, would go into Florida. It could be a disaster, and we don't even look at the GFDL because this thing's bigger. And Florida is also over here. GFDL, much bigger hurricane, and that would cause major issues. So the Bahamas are going to get it first. So it's a very difficult thing to say whether it's going to hit the island and then hit Florida or not, or the Carolinas. It's still out. There's still a lot to go through, but the computer models over the last day and a half have been pretty consistent, showing this thing heading towards the Florida area. And it's the Japanese model, it's the JMA. Also does show that because these would move off the coast, that would allow this to turn more northeast and would affect the East Coast either way. Even if it did hit Florida or come into the Gulf, it would get sucked up the East Coast eventually due to a cold front. So it's a big player for the East Coast if this makes it past the 75 benchmark. We'll keep you updated here at Live Weather Blogs and the Weather Pros. Meteorologist Dean Davison, thank you very much for listening. We'll have an update again tomorrow. Meteorologist Dean Davison. Have a great day.